Welcome back to NMI Sport Report. We got Brandon and Patrick this week. Nick couldn't make it for unknown reasons, but here we are. You guys want to say hi real quick?
What's up?
What's going on?
All right. So we'll talk about the slate over the weekend. I mean, most of us just watched Red Zone. The only full game that we saw was the Monday Night Football game, Eagles Falcons. And let me tell you, this weekend pissed me off. I went 1-1 in fantasy. My suicide picks hit, but man, I lost a lot of money this weekend on games, and it hurts. Little depressed going into today's episode, but I'll try to bring the energy today.
It's a new week.
Yeah.
I lost
Only,
money
only
too.
week 3 too.
I
Yeah.
can't believe it's already week 3. I feel like it's blowing
flying
by,
by,
already.
dude.
Like it's going by fast. I was getting my haircut today, and the guy was like, "Oh, are you a football fan?" I was like, "Yeah." And he tells me, he's like, "Yeah, I'm a Cowboys fan." And I asked him, I was like, "You watched the game?" He's like, "No, I didn't get to see any of it." And I was like, "Okay, I wouldn't watch any highlights or anything." But he was like, "It's flying by. Like I can't believe it's week 3 already. This is going by pretty quick." And
Yeah.
man,
Just
I need
gotta
to
get-
slow
Speaking of
down.
Cowboys,
Yeah, just got to get through the middle of the week, boys. And then once it's Thursday, it flies by.
Yeah. What do you have,
Saints
like
are-
2 days that we don't, or 3 days we don't have football, including Friday, but we get college, which is
Yeah.
nice.
Definitely supplements it.
Yeah.
You see the Saints are favorites next week against the Eagles.
Damn.
Oh, as they should be. Are they like 2.5 favorites?
Oh, wait, let me see the spread.
Dude, Saints might go. Like
Yeah, 2.5.
15-2. I don't
Minus
think they have a
145.
tough schedule, but
Yeah, because they're trash last year, but I don't know, man. I still think they're frauds.
you do. Well, I mean, we'll see. Against the Eagles, we can't tell because the Eagles are frauds. Jalen Hurts
Yeah.
might be ass. Like
They played the
him-
Panthers and the Cowboys, and the Cowboys never show up for those games.
Yeah, and they had a worse record at home last year. I don't know if you forgot about that. Anytime they played at
Saints?
home, no, the Cowboys. They had a
Oh.
great road record,
No, I
but
don't remember that.
they had a terrible homestand record. They lost a bunch of games at home, and I don't know. It's weird. Like they have a good team. Like looking at the roster, they're supposed to have a good defense.
Yeah, they should.
They're supposed to have good offense, and we're looking at their team, and dude, to lose to the Saints, I mean,
Yeah, just
Saints could be a
absolutely
great
rough.
team, but I don't know. Definitely strange week of football. Ton of upsets for sure, and a lot of money lost this weekend for sure. So
rough.
yeah, I mean, since Nick isn't here, I'll bring up his take first. He said early in the week, "What if Marvin Harrison is ass?" Did you guys get to watch any of his performance?
Yeah,
Yeah. He balled out.
that was
Dude,
sick.
he-
Yeah,
and, like-
he had a great game.
And also, but like,
Tyler looked great too.
Tyler's looking great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said the Eagles are going to be pretty good this year at the beginning of the season to you, Dylan. And
You mean
they're
the Cardinals?
still, huh?
Are you talking about the Cardinals or the Eagles?
Cardinals, yeah, not the Eagles.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Cardinals. I was looking at spreads earlier, and they're still getting disrespected.
I
Lions,
know.
they're underdogs against the Lions. And the Lions looked trash week
They
one.
look trash. Week
Not
1.
great last
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, and Amon Ra might be hurt. So if you only have Jameson Williams, I don't know, man. I don't see.
Yeah.
I could see that. That's a great upset pick this week, but you got to lock it in early because I feel like the line's
There's
going to change
a lot of
quick.
close spreads
Yeah.
this week because of
Yeah, I
how
was going
weird
to
the
take a money
NFL
line.
is, and like some projected good teams starting off mid and still trying
Yeah.
to find their feet, and some teams that weren't projected to be good are playing well. And now week 3 we got a bunch of close spreads, so we'll see.
Yeah,
Line's only 3, but you just take a money line at 1+130.
dude,
Why wouldn't
it's
you?
weird. Like football, I can't even tell what's going on in week 3 now. I couldn't tell you what team's good and what team's bad. Like we see the 49ers
Well,
lose
yeah,
to the Vikings.
there hasn't been enough.
Like, yeah, I feel like we need at least 2 more weeks to be like, okay, this team is a true playoff contender, or this team is a group of frauds that played some bad teams.
Unless they're
Like
the
people
unless
have,
they're the Panthers.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, they're going. They might go 0-17, man.
Yeah.
I hate to
unless
say
you're
it.
Bryce Young.
Yeah,
He's screwed, dude.
and
Lost
you brought
all
up,
of his confidence.
yeah, you had brought up he was crying, right?
It just looked like he was about to start crying after the third pick, I think. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, dude. Wait, did
I was
he only threw 2 picks? I'm pretty
okay.
sure.
Then it was after the second one, something like
Yeah,
that. But I was just thinking
because
about him compared to Kyler, where Kyler, when he was playing bad, like he just didn't care. He just went out there and did the exact same thing. I think he was hurt a little bit,
yeah,
and he also barely played last year. But before that, when they sucked, last year when he played, they still sucked. And then he just comes out this year through 2 games, fucking playing great.
yeah.
Doesn't give a fuck.
What did that team do? I don't think they had any coaching change at all. I know they
No, it's
added
still
some
Cliff. It's
weapons.
still Cliff.
Yeah, I know they added some weapons on offense, but man,
It's
I
Kyler, bro.
honestly,
He's got just crazy confidence. Just doesn't care. That
yeah,
Bryce Young needs. He needs that.
I agree with you. I think he needs to get some sort of
Yeah.
something going, but
No.
he's not starting this week. We got
Yeah, Andy Dalton. The Panthers
Andy
ruined.
Dalton.
I think the Panthers ruined him. Like he's so fucked. Hopefully he turns into like Sam Darnold or something, or he goes to another team and year 7 he starts to play good. But yeah, Panthers just fucked him.
Yeah,
Threw him to the
Yeah,
wolves.
we'll see because it's like we just had Trey Lance, top 3 draft pick, and then now he's backup, but like still doesn't seem like he's developing really well. So we'll see if Bryce can at least like stay above Trey Lance in a way, and like
Yeah.
still
yeah.
prove he could start. But it's crazy to
Which
see like, those top tier quarterbacks just fall off so quick.
yeah.
It is strange, but if you look at Trey Lance, I think he's a third string on the Cowboys. I don't even think he's the backup quarterback right now. I think he's still rostered, but he's sitting at third string. I forget who the backup is. I'd have to look.
Yeah,
But
I don't think he had a good camp too. So
yeah,
Yeah, that's not
he's
surprising. He's another guy who had to start right away. Like he didn't get to play behind anybody.
or he was
yeah,
kind of off and on with Garoppolo, and then
Yeah, but once Garoppolo, he took the job from him pretty quickly.
yeah, and then
I
obviously he
don't think it
got
was
hurt.
deserved.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
and then Purdy came in, luckily. But you
Man,
just
I don't
look
know.
at all the quarterbacks from this year too, all the rookies this year. None of them look good yet.
Jaden
Obviously, 2 games.
Daniels. I like Jaden Daniels. He's been
Oh
playing pretty
man,
good. Just because of his legs, he can make stuff happen. I mean, they didn't have any. Did they have no offensive touchdowns?
they
I
didn't
think it
have
was
an
all
offensive
field
no, it
goals.
was all field goals.
like they're close,
Yeah.
but I think that team definitely needs more like a higher tier level of weapons.
Yeah,
But it's interesting because like with Jaden Daniels, everyone like Terry's supposed to be the guy over there, and with Jaden Daniels, he's still not producing as much. So we'll see how the season goes for them. I still think they're on the right
Yeah,
trajectory though. They're winning games.
yeah. No, hundred
I mean it's a
percent.
rookie quarterback,
Yeah,
so
but
Terry can't expect. He shouldn't expect much, like in terms of getting the ball consistently
yeah,
or anything.
but I would say having that team for Jaden Daniels, he's not doing bad because he could have a lot better receivers. He could have a lot better. I mean, the backfield's nice. I like Brian Robinson, but if they had better
Yeah,
receivers on that team, I think Jaden Daniels would be a little bit better because he looks better than
maybe
Lamar as far as like accuracy, but he runs similar to Lamar, so that's like a good
accuracy
sign.
when like his accuracy now or his accuracy when he came into the league.
I'm
Jaden
talking about
Daniels.
his accuracy, like compared to Lamar's start. I mean, if you look at
Compared to
Lamar
Lamar's rookie season, you're saying, or compared to Lamar right now?
compared to Lamar right now, because
Bro, you're out of your mind.
his accuracy is horrible.
Lamar?
Yeah, dude, he's not that guy.
I didn't get to really watch that game, but the week 1 against the Chiefs, I thought he played pretty fine.
Man, the two
Who did
end
he
zone,
really miss?
he missed two. He missed one to Zay Flowers week 1, back of the end zone, wide open.
That wasn't his fault. No, his guy kept going. He put it where he could put it. If he like led or if he threw it in his chest, Flowers was running like towards a safety or something. Like he should have just stopped. He was open. Like just stop there.
Yeah,
He threw it exactly where he like the only place he could throw it. I think that's
I
slander on Lamar
guess.
there.
I guess, but man, the Ravens
Just a
look
bad
horrible.
angle. No, I
Yeah,
agree. Yeah, I didn't get to watch, but you shouldn't lose to the Raiders, so
yeah.
that was
The
bad.
Chargers look really good right now. But there's some teams that I
Yeah.
think are going to be frauds. Like the Chargers, we might see a downfall if they play a better team because we've seen them play the Raiders and the Panthers,
Yeah.
and they haven't played a great defense yet. That's
Yeah.
like
I don't
comparable
expect
to.
them.
But they're just like some of those teams. Like I feel like in order just to get a win on the board, like they're just gonna full on commit to their game plan, which Harbaugh has brought in, and you still have
Yeah.
Herbert. So like there is some like I'd say like threat on the offense side there with how they make up themselves, and but definitely like if you do go against a good defense, I think there's a good game plan, especially now that you have 2 weeks of film on them and more to come. A good defense can definitely like quiet that offense real quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Take it. You. Go ahead.
So I think the Vikings look really good right now, although
Yeah.
like the defense looks amazing. Did you see Brock Purdy after the game go up to the defensive coordinator? Like they were
Oh, no.
doing their handshakes and stuff. Brock Purdy went up to the defensive coordinator and said, "You did a great job. I couldn't figure out how to read that defense." And that's kind of crazy to admit to a defensive coordinator because they might see each other later in the year or
Vikings have
maybe
always been
playoffs.
stout.
Yeah, their defense is sneaky good. Like I think it was all right last year, and this year it looks a lot better. But man, to beat the Niners, and then who did they play Week 1? They had the Giants.
Broncos or something.
No, they played the Giants, and that's not a good telltale that they're
Yeah.
great. But they had 2 picks against Daniel Jones, and Daniel Jones threw no picks
Yeah,
this
Giants.
week. So I don't know. It's interesting to see. It's like I said, it's really hard to read 2 weeks in. So it's just us guessing or giving takes out, and if it ends up turning
bro.
bad, I don't know. It's embarrassing.
Gonna fire off outlandish takes.
Yeah,
Nuke
no,
New England plus 230, $500.
New England. Who are they playing?
I'm
Oh,
just
they're
kidding.
playing
Jets
the
on
Jets on
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
That'd be a great. I don't know. I
Plus
think New England
230
might-
is crazy.
They might be able to compete against the Jets though, because the
I
Jets
know.
still look
I
amazing.
agree. Plus 230 is insane. Wait, I didn't see the spread, but
I think
spread's only
it's,
6.5.
Yeah, and the underdogs so far in every week have covered big spreads. Anything over 6 points or 5, I think it was 5.5 or 6 points.
Yeah.
All the underdogs have covered or won outright.
Yeah. I
So,
think
I don't
Aaron
know.
Rodgers is gonna snowball a little bit.
Oh, he is. I think the Jets
he's gonna
overpaid.
get better. He's just just get better consistently. Like I don't
Okay.
think he's gonna start. I think he's slowly gonna get better. But
You think he's
it's not
still a
gonna
little bit
be-
scared from his injury last year?
No, I don't think so. It doesn't look like he's playing scared. He throws it just like how he always did. Like he always gets rid of it quick. He's probably
Yeah.
not running like he used to because honestly did scramble a decent bit. But no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I do want to talk about Jamar Chase as well. That guy had a horrible game. 2 against the Patriots and then the Chiefs, which the Chiefs have a great defense. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
and the Patriots do too. But to hold Jamar Chase from Christian Gonzalez and Trent McDuffie are both now Jamar's parents. They own Jamar Chase. They let him have he didn't have a lot of catches, barely any yards, no touchdowns. The guy doesn't deserve a contract, in my opinion. I don't think he's going to get that big contract.
Oh, okay. You meant like that. I thought you meant
Well,
like
he
they should
wants-
cut him.
No. They should. He's a great player, but I don't think he deserves the contract he's looking for. And it's slowly and
No, I don't know.
his confidence is low too because he just bought a $50 million insurance deal on himself because if he doesn't get paid this year, he bought the players insurance for like $50 million. I don't know how that works, but he bought insurance on himself, which also doesn't look good. So if you want to
I
get
have no
paid,
idea what that means.
I don't either. I just saw that he had bought $50 million worth of player insurance, which means
If he
I'm
gets
thinking
injured or something,
either that or
you
if
get
he
your
doesn't get
contract.
that or he doesn't get it. I don't know. I honestly don't know what it means, but it makes it look like he's not confident. And then we look at someone like Justin Jefferson who played amazing. And
Probably
they're
injury related.
okay. I don't know because not a lot of players that I saw buy it. Like
He also-
Justin Jefferson got paid.
Yeah, but he plays for Justin Jefferson. Probably has a bunch of guaranteed money. Where Jamar Chase doesn't have a massive contract yet, and his owner hates paying players. Like he paid Joe Burrow. I don't think he's paying anybody else. He might pay Jamar, but I saw him freaking out on the sidelines with him and Joe arguing. That was funny.
Yeah, he threw a tantrum. He threw an
Yeah.
absolute tantrum on the, and it cost. It honestly could have cost him the game because it knocked him out of field goal range, and just kind of ruined that drive for them towards the end of the game. And they could have had a great drive. They might have put up either a field goal, if not a touchdown. And Jamar backed him up for unsportsmanlike conduct, yelling at the ref, yelling at
Oh
Joe
yeah.
Burrow. He yelled at the head coach, threw his helmet on the sideline. He just looks embarrassing, like unconfident. He's not playing well. It just doesn't
Yeah.
look good for the guy. So
Was Drake London the guy with the? Did he get the unsportsmanlike at the end? Was that him who did the gun?
Yeah.
That was funny. That was
yeah,
hilarious,
Brandon
bro.
texted us about that last night, and I think I was looking away from the game, and I might have seen it on social media this morning or last night of the celebration for the unsportsmanlike conduct. That was crazy.
Dude, that was so funny. I'd be hyped too, bro. What was that, like 3 plays? And they get in the
Yeah,
end zone with a minute 30 left?
I think less than that. Didn't they have like 48
No, no,
seconds?
no.
Or
Starting the drive, they had a minute 30 left.
okay,
Yeah, yeah. There was like a minute 30, and they had a timeout.
No, they didn't have any timeouts.
yeah, they had no timeouts. The
Oh,
Eagles
no
had two because
timeout.
they used all their timeouts.
That's why the Eagles should have ran the ball and not thrown it right there.
Yeah,
Because you're gonna get a field goal anyways. Like, they didn't even take a shot at the end zone. It was a check down. Like, if you're gonna do a check down, just run it. Like,
yeah.
so dumb. They could have shaved another 40 seconds off the clock.
That's why
Timeout, field goal.
That's why I'm saying Jalen Hurts is overrated, man. He doesn't look good. He's
Yeah,
ass.
it's not his fault though. He put that right on the money. Yeah, I
He
don't think
did.
he didn't look good week 1 or last night to be honest, but
Yeah, unless he has grown men pushing his ass into other men's ass, he does. He does. He's not a great quarterback. Like he's good
yeah.
at running the ball. He had almost. I think he had almost 100 rushing yards, but he's not a great quarterback. Eagles should have won that game, but hey, the Falcons are sneaky too. I didn't know how good their defense was. I didn't know Judon went there. I thought he was on the
Yeah, I
Ravens
just
with.
found that out.
No,
Yeah,
the Falcons. The Falcons made a lot of moves. Like
Yeah, they
just
spent a
brought-
ton of money.
Yeah, they spent a lot of money and just brought in a bunch of guys.
Yeah, I had no idea how good that defense was until I was thinking going into it. Oh, Eagles are a great team; they're winning that game outright, and then the Falcons just obliterated them, and I was like, wow. At the end, I mean, it was a close game for the most part. The Eagles couldn't stop the run at all. Bijan was running all over
Dude,
them.
I was gonna say the Falcons look terrible except for their defense, but that could have just been the Eagles' offense playing like shit. But their entire offense just ran through Bijan Robinson. Nobody else did anything. It was
Yeah.
all him.
I
He
mean,
was
Kirk.
making catches. He was making catches, and how many receiving yards? He had like 30. Rushing yards, I think 90, something like that.
Yeah,
Dude, it was insane.
he had total like over 100 yards or something, but
Yeah,
man, the Eagles couldn't stop it. And I mean, Kirk didn't look bad either. I'm up on
I
Kirk
didn't
right
think
now.
he looked good.
I like Kirk as a player. I liked him on the Vikings, and he looked pretty good last night on that last drive. He was hitting those passes. The Falcons receivers getting open like nobody's business. Like the DBs on the Eagles could not cover them. Ray McLeod had a great game. Like he was untouched for most of the game. He was like the biggest target, and then towards the end we
Okay.
saw like Kyle Pitts and Drake London have some
Darnell
great
Mooney.
plays. Darnell Mooney, yeah. But like the big thing was like Bijan, and then Kirk was hitting his targets. I think he had a great game. But I didn't see him versus
Yeah,
the Steelers.
I feel like they should have been able to put up more points against the Eagles, personally. But
But Eagles are supposed to be a top 5 team, so I don't know.
well, I think they should have put up points too. Like it should have just been higher scoring in general. I didn't even take the over, but I
Yeah,
feel like both of them. Like that sounds like I'm just salty because the over didn't hit, but I didn't bet it.
yeah. What was it? Was it like 48 or something, and the game ended?
I have no idea. I was wondering what it was during the game because I was like, at halftime, it was like, there's no way the over's hitting.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the line was at, but that was a great game. That was probably one of my favorite games of the week for sure.
I like the Bengals.
The first game I watched on Sunday when I turned on Red Zone, I was talking about the kickoff rule last week with Brandon and Nick, and I was like, dude, these guys are going to start running plays. And we
Oh
saw,
yeah.
I think the first kickoff of the day, I forget what game it was, but the kicker placed it in the landing zone and it went through the back of the end zone, which only puts the other team at the 20-yard line. If they kick it to the player and the guy takes a knee, they get to the 30. But the kicker opening drive kicks it in the landing zone, gets out to the back of the end zone, and they put him on the 20. So they back up 10 yards for that. And I'm still learning
Okay,
about
I
the
didn't know
kickoff.
that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
still
know
learning
that.
about the kickoff rule. But what I was saying to these guys last week was that
No, I
there's
remember. I listened.
yeah, there's a lot of strategy involved with kickoff, and we're going to see strategy coming from both
Yeah, get some
return and
specialized
kick.
kickers
Yes,
who
so
could put it in that 20-yard radius every time.
yeah, there's going to be some pretty cool plays I think being ran, and I think there's
I don't
already
know about
been
cool, but definitely
just
different.
yeah more strategy, putting teams back before the
Yeah.
30 and making teams return balls, but I don't
The
know. We'll
kickers
see.
are
It's
almost too
still
good,
very
bro. The
new.
kickers annoy me, I feel like. They're hitting it from way too far. Like a drive where a team should not get points. They move the ball like 40 yards, if that.
Bro, the
And then a
kickers are
kicker
going
just
crazy in
bangs out a
fantasy.
50-yarder. Huh?
Kickers are going crazy in fantasy right now.
Yeah, dude, it honestly sucks to watch.
I won my matchup this week off Kaimi Fairbairn on
I
or
got him
Fairbairn
too,
What
bro.
team?
on
What
Houston.
team? Okay.
He
Houston's
dropped like a
kicker.
17 and a 20 back to back
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah,
Houston had one touchdown, right? All game?
yeah. But the Bears' defense is amazing. The Bears' offense, again,
Yeah. I
Caleb
don't know about
Williams.
amazing, but they're pretty good. It's like typical Bears, always pretty solid defense. Could never figure it out
Yeah,
on offense.
that that offense
Caleb
is
looked
still
bad. Second
yeah
half looked bad, especially second half. First half it was like just he looked like a mediocre backup quarterback almost, and
yeah.
then second half looked terrible.
I don't know. I'm all out on the Bears' offense. They're not a great
Yeah.
offense at all. As many weapons as they had, I'd say the same thing as last week. They got all these weapons. Who's their backup? I feel like they need to sit. Oh, they have two other new guys. I think is the backup. So there's no.
Who, quarterback?
I think Caleb. Yeah, I think Caleb has to start because I
Okay.
did start
I
watching
think they
Hard
have
Knocks.
Tyson. They still have Tyson, right? Tyson Badgett.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. He is pretty young though. I don't know what year he is, but
Yeah.
he's definitely young still.
They don't have anyone to replace Caleb if they needed it. I don't think at least to. But I don't know that
Yeah.
Bears
He
offense.
seems
doesn't
like
look
he has
great.
some delusional confidence though. Like I almost got faith in him.
Kind
The
of like a
shit he
Kyler
wears.
Kyler
Yeah,
situation.
like the shit he wears and painting his nails. Like that seems like some delusional confidence that he might be able to pull off being great.
Yeah,
You just have to be
man.
able to forget about like you playing shitty, and if you could do that, convince yourself you're good. It works.
Yeah. And the Steelers as well. I don't think they have scored an offensive touchdown in 2 weeks. Week one or week two. That team is playing pretty bad offense, but their defense is keeping them in these games,
Yeah.
which
Was
is
I
crazy.
saying that they were favorites for this
Yeah,
week?
they played Denver this week, so they were like small favorites. All right, they
No,
might
no,
be
no,
like
no. This upcoming week 3.
yeah. I'm not.
Were
I
we
forget who
talking
they're
about that?
playing. I forget exactly who they're
Oh,
playing.
Chargers. Oh, it changed to even. They were favorites earlier, and now it's
But what's
even.
the point
So I
spread?
think the money's on Chargers. 1 now. Remember, I think you said you guessed 2.5, and I think it was at 2.5.
Okay, so the line's
Over
already
under's
changing.
crazy, 35.5.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the Chargers might get their first loss this week if if they're getting
Yeah.
pass rushed by Watt and
TJ
that,
Watt, yeah.
yeah, and if that Steelers defense plays great, I think the Chargers might experience their first loss, and we'll see if they're frauds or not. I mean, if they win and they beat this great defense, all right, more respect to you. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see. I don't know. That's gonna be a cool matchup. But I don't know if the line is that low at 35 or 32.
Dude, 1 is hilarious. Yeah, 35.5 points.
Yeah. If the
Kinda
line's
makes
that
sense.
low, it might not be a great game. It'll look like the Falcons and
Oh,
Steelers
yeah.
week one.
I mean, it's a halfway decent offense going up a pretty good defense in the
Yeah.
Steelers, and then no offense versus like not great defense. Probably
Yeah.
good enough to stop their offense, though, for the most part, most of the game. Chargers surprised me. I think they're finally playing for something since they got rid of Staley.
Staley sucked.
Yeah, and just getting like Harbaugh in there too, that just helps out a room, I feel like.
Yeah.
Even if he hasn't done much, but like he was just like sticking up for his players week 1, which was good to see.
His confidence is an all-time high right now after winning the Michigan championship too.
Yeah,
So rolling into the
yeah.
NFL,
And I'm
getting
sure that
picked up.
helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like for those, I'm sure that helps his players too, just boosts everyone around them.
Yeah. But who would have thought the quarterbacks that we have starting right now are the starters? Like Derek Carr right now is the best passer in the league. Gardner
Yeah,
Minshew has the
that's
highest completion percentage. The longest touchdown of the season was thrown by Sam Darnold. And Baker Mayfield is undefeated and barely behind Carr as far as the best passer right now. Kyler Murray threw a perfect 158 pass rating game. Like that's just weird that we're not hearing any big names like Aaron Rodgers or
Yeah.
who else. Like
Kyler doesn't surprise me. That guy's locked in.
Yeah. But do you think he'll go downhill as soon as Black Ops comes out?
No, I'm
I love
off that
bringing that
take.
up.
I'm off that take now. Fully off after the 2
Okay.
weeks watching him. He looked good, bro. He's so fun to watch too. Just I know he's actually not little in comparison to normal people, but like on the field, how small he looks, just running around,
Yeah.
sprinting around fat guys, bro. It's so funny. So funny. And
Yeah.
then just nuke it. That dude's got an arm on him too for how small he is. Like he could chuck
Yeah.
it. How many
I
yards
kind
was
of
those Marvin Harrison ones in air, not just the yardage itself? They're pretty deep.
yeah, I think the first one was
Like they're
super-
nice, two nice
Yeah.
lobs.
One of them wasn't a 97-yard touchdown or something.
That was
or-
Justin Jefferson, but
Okay.
that was the Sam Darnold one you were talking about. But the second one, I'm pretty sure, was longer than the first one, and it was like 80 or something like that. I think so.
Yeah.
Definitely
Did you
pretty
see?
long.
Did you see the ref on the ref in the Justin Jefferson or the Vikings Niners game?
No.
Dude, he outran two of the Niners players. Someone needs to sign this guy to a contract. He was running downfield on Justin Jefferson's
On the
97-yard
cut.
touchdown.
Oh yeah, on the cutback.
Dude,
That's
he
so
was
funny,
he
bro.
was neck and neck, like running with Justin Jefferson, and then he cuts across field. It almost looked like he was playing for the Vikings because he kind of did like one of those screen blocks where you
Yeah.
can't block someone in the back, but
You
he
just
ran
get
in
your
front
body
of
in the way, kind of.
the Niners. Yeah, he ran in front of both the Niners players, and Justin Jefferson scored on the right hash, right side. And it was kind of fun to watch and see that. And everyone's like, "Who is this ref?
That is
like,
funny.
Sign him on a contract."
That
or
shit
some
happens
sort of-
every year. There's at least like one or two of those. One like early, like we're in that stage right now. By like week 17, there'll be one more.
Yeah,
Ghetto Gronk post probably that's like, why hasn't he been signed? And it's some 40-year-old black ref sprinting as fast as he can down the sidelines, passing somebody.
yeah, dude,
There's
that
at
does
least two
happen
of
a
those.
lot.
You could count on
Yeah.
2 of those a year. Maybe
At
playoffs.
least.
Hopefully we save it for playoffs.
Yeah, because that's
There's
when
those
everyone's
good, funny
watching.
cliches. Yeah. You want to
Yeah.
do picks?
Yeah, we can go into picks. The picks as far as
Unless
like
you
our
want
bets
to talk
this
about
week.
anything else. Yeah, for if you want to do records too.
Oh, I mean our records this week from last week. Brandon
Yeah,
had the
from
best
last week.
record. Brandon
What?
went 8-8.
Oh, you're
Patrick-
talking about that. Just do yeah.
Oh,
actual
our
picks.
bets.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Since
I didn't have a
do
lot
it.
of
But
prep
Bra-
before.
Oh, no worries. We'll just
Yeah.
just pull up their picks because I know what mine were. Bucks,
Yeah, so-
the Bucks
so-
one hit, Patriots missed, A-Chain hit.
Yeah, and then I'll give you Achan because we talked you out of taking that pick because I didn't think he was
Yeah.
going to play, but
Yeah, I took it anyways. But
yeah,
not
Graham
on here.
Gano over 1.5 field goals. The guy gets
Okay.
hurt.
On my opening kickoff. So like I bet that and it washed technically.
Okay.
So I don't know how you want to do it. I would say it's a wash, but
Yeah,
he
I'd give
literally
you- I'd
got
give you a
injured
wash
on
for
the
that.
opening kickoff.
So you went 2-1-1 then, as far as bets go.
Yes. A-Chain, Bucks spread. Should have taken a money line to make more money, but I mean, on the record it counts the same. And then should have taken the Patriots spread for a push, but I lost.
Yeah,
So I took that
Was
money
it-
line.
I
should have
think their
switched that.
spread. I think their
It was
spread
it was
would've
even
lost.
3. It was even 3, or it might have been 3.5.
Yeah, but they I can't remember. Weren't they up? Or no, it was a tie game going to overtime,
Yeah,
and
and field
then
goal to lose.
they had a field goal, and then Seahawks scored. So it was like 3 points, huh?
Yeah, it either would have pushed
Exactly.
or it was 3.5, and I would have won
Yeah.
if I did that.
I
But I mean,
had
they
I
should have
had
gone
a,
for it on that 4th and 1.
yeah. I had another bad week betting, man. I think I had a bad record, and then I was chasing losses coming off the UFC fights on Saturday
Yeah,
because I lost a bunch of money on those. I lost on like Sugar
yeah.
Sean. I lost on Grosso. I was just losing like every fight. I'm like, I can't.
Grosso's crazy to take instead of Shevchenko.
Yeah, but her last fight, that it was a tie. The last one, Grosso won the first one, so she still had the belt. And then I feel like those belt fights, man, they always lose for the most part, unless
Yeah,
it's like Alex Pereira or someone like that. But I was just
yeah.
constantly losing the UFC fights because I was the only one I got right was like Diego Lopez, Raul Jr., the Chiwiwi,
Okay. That's the
and
mullet
then
guy, right? And one
it's
of
the
them
the
had a
19
mullet
year
and
old.
one of them had the
Oh,
long
that's
hair or the
Diego.
braid.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
Diego Lopez.
Yeah.
It was the mullet, and he had a great fight like a couple months ago. So I had taken him because I was like, he's a great fighter. He's gonna
Mhm.
win. That was the one I was like, okay, I hit that. And then, man, the main card messed me up. I went like 2-3,
Yeah.
lost a bunch of money on that. And then I was chasing losses going into Sunday
Monday.
morning,
Oh,
and
oh yeah, that was Saturday night. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, and then I started chasing losses, and I had the Ravens,
And
the
there's a million
Niners,
upsets. The worst time to do that.
yeah, and
Yeah, it was rough.
I had a down bad betting week, man. The Niners
Yeah.
messed me up, Ravens messed me up, Jaguars messed me up. I had the Jets.
You
which,
bet on the
so,
Jags,
like,
man?
that
You
was
out of
one
your
of my
damn
that was one of
mind?
my picks. I was saying like they're gonna beat the Browns because
Oh,
Nick
I
was
didn't know
saying
they
I think
played the
last
Browns. I
week
forgot.
Deshaun Watson's playing very uninspired football. He had that sexual assault massage allegation come out last week. Like all these things had happened where I was like, oh, the Jags are looking up. And Brian Thomas
Yeah.
had a monster game, but yeah, man, they lost to the Browns. And then I think going to the 1 p.m. slate, I started to chase some more stuff. And who else did I? Oh, I bet on the Cowboys. I was so unfamiliar with the Saints game.
Yeah, that was
And I
rough.
think that's the last time I bet on the Cowboys the rest of the year because I lost in that playoff game against the Packers last year, and then losing to the Saints, I'm all out on the Cowboys. They will not see another bet slip from me. I'm done with it. They
Yeah.
screwed me twice now, and I'm like that's enough for me to. And I put a lot of money on them both times. I think I had like 100 riding last year, and then on Sunday I had like $50, and I'm all done with the
Yeah.
Cowboys. I'm all out.
That's annoying.
The Bengals Chiefs game, man. That
Did you
pass
bet on that?
interference. No, but I was mad that the Bengals didn't win. Even though I didn't have anything against it, I'm
That
always rooting
was
against
pass
the.
interference. Yeah, I agree. I wanted the Bengals win too. That was 100% pass interference, bro.
That's
He
a
touched him
crazy
early.
take. He jumped. He was competing for the ball, and it didn't look like he did enough
Dude.
contact to register a pass interference. I think the
Okay.
refs
If you're
had
a
the
Chiefs
Chiefs
fan,
undershirt on, and
if you're a Chiefs fan, you say that's not pass interference, understandably. If you're objective, you don't care. I wanted the Chiefs to lose, but that was pass interference,
yeah, I don't
in
know.
my
I don't know.
opinion.
I think it was. I think it was an unwarranted pass interference. The refs pull out their Patrick Mahomes glaze card and
Yeah.
throw a flag, and that was
Maybe,
kind of bullshit to me.
maybe they did that in the moment, like they threw out the flag like that because it was Mahomes, but they were vindicated from replay that it actually was pass interference. They made the right call.
Yeah, so Jamar Chase that game had 4 catches, 35 yards, threw 2 tantrums, no touchdowns, no new contract, and he's McDuffie and Christian Gonzalez's son now.
Yeah, that's
Like,
tough, bro.
Jamar Chase looks bad. I thought the Bengals were gonna win that game, and they just
I
didn't.
almost live bet them. I'm glad I didn't. When they went down and they started to drive and they were looking good, I was like, I think they're gonna win. They were down multiple times, but it was relatively early in the game. I want to say like the second quarter. I
Yeah,
was like, they're gonna win this, and I almost threw some money on them, but I ended up not.
yeah, that's a good way to say off that. I mean, so
Yeah,
even the spreads this week, even though only one of these. Oh no, two of these teams won. There was all the favorites, their spreads over 6 points, all lost. So like Eagles -5.5 lost, Texans -6.5 didn't cover spread, Chiefs -6.5 didn't cover, Cowboys -6.5 lost outright, Lions -7.5 lost outright, and Ravens -8.5 lost outright. So just a bunch
Yeah,
of
that's
weird
crazy.
games, big upsets, and
Hey,
a
it's
lot of
week
money.
two.
A lot of money gone.
Week two. Not too surprised.
Yeah, and the
I think we'll
worst though.
figure out who's going to be good and stuff a little bit later. Obviously, there is
Yeah.
consistent teams, but I
How'd you
don't
do
think
on your fantasy?
I didn't even check. Honestly, I forgot. It's a random public league. Like
Yeah.
I don't
Well, I was
really
just
pay
wondering
attention. Like I'm
because
way more invested in. Like I'm pretty sure I forgot to change my lineup. I'm way more invested in just betting.
yeah, just paying attention to the games, see how the games are going, and
Yeah.
then
I also
trying to
lost
make some
week
money.
one, and I was kind of over it after that because it is just a
Oh,
random public league. I was like, I don't really care, man.
yeah. Well, the reason why I brought it up is because if you had any of these guys in your fantasy lineup, I don't think you won. So Matthew Stafford 6.6 fantasy points, Rashad White 3.3, Zach Moss 5.7, Tank Dell 2.3, DeAndre Hopkins 1.9, Travis Kelsey 1.6, Christian Kirk 0.9, didn't even get a full point. Graham Gano 0 points, obviously got hurt on the opening kickoff.
Yeah.
And then Cowboys defense -1. So if you had any of those in your fantasy lineup this week, totally bust. Like you
Yeah,
lost,
that's
you
rough.
lost.
What were all your picks from last week? Jags, you said you didn't take a money line, did you? Or
No,
did you?
I took a -3. They were the
That's
favorite in that game,
crazy. That's
and I was like,
crazy.
the only reason why I did that is because, like I said, the stuff going into the week, and then Browns were favorited versus the Cowboys, and Cowboys smoked them. And I was like, okay, Jaguars, they're coming up. I have a lot of faith in this team. They're going to, as well, like play great against the Browns. Man, was I wrong?
Yeah.
I might be all out on the Jags. It might be a no bet for me too, as long as the Cowboys. But
I have their spread this week, but they're I'm taking Bills minus. I forget what I wrote down, but
Is it Bills Jags this week?
yes.
Okay.
On Monday it's the doubleheader,
Okay.
which scares me. Is Josh? It's 5.5.
Yeah.
Josh in prime time,
Dude, he
but he
had a
doesn't
great
show
game.
out sometimes.
He had a great game against the Dolphins, who
Yeah,
are
that's true.
supposed to be pretty
Dolphins
good. And
seem like they're having an off game. Did you guys talk about Tua?
no, because
No.
we recorded last Tuesday before the games.
Oh, that was
And-
Thursday. Yeah, shit.
Yeah,
I was
that
thinking
was the
Monday.
Thursday
Yeah,
game.
you're right. Okay.
Dude,
Yeah,
what
that
what are
was
your
crazy.
thoughts? Like, what would you if you were Tua? What would you do?
The first thing I thought was like genuinely he should retire. He's made enough money and he could probably leverage his fame with, to continue to have a career. And then I
Yeah.
saw Manti Te'o, a clip of him on ESPN or something, and he just said it perfectly. Like it was like you should retire for your family, man. That's obviously shortening it, but like that's basically the gist of what he said, which I agree with. Like,
Yeah,
it's not worth it. He's been literally knocked unconscious on live TV 3 times.
3 times now. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's had 4 concussions in the last 2 years.
Yeah, Buddy should just let it go at this point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if this is still a fact, but I remember a couple of years ago I'd read something that if you had 3 concussions in the state of California, you're legally disabled.
Oh, really?
Yes, so I don't know how that all works and if that's still a
Yeah.
thing, but
Florida, bro.
yeah, the
You gotta
guys
have at least 7. They got bigger
that's-
problems.
That's true, but a lot of people were telling him to retire. I think the Raiders coach said something about it. There were players coming out. Tony Gonzalez had said something about
Yeah.
it. Other players were saying to retire. Like everyone's saying to retire because he's got a wife. He's
You know,
got
Mike
kids.
McDaniels is pissed, bro.
Yeah, he was the only one that was like, "I'm gonna let Tua
Make
figure
a
it out on
decision
his
or
own,
something.
make his
Yeah.
decision." Yeah, and they're putting him out. He saw the neurologist. He was supposed to see a neurologist this week. I'm pretty sure he saw him either yesterday or today, and they posted him on his status is he's out for 4 weeks. So we might see him
Okay.
back. We might see him back in 5 weeks.
Yeah. If I was him, I probably would finish out the season, to be honest, just because, like, I don't know. It's the last time you ever play. Like, maybe finish out this year and just be like, all right, That was it. It's over now.
But
Like
what
I
if
legit
he?
have one chance for a Super Bowl, and it's this season. If I
But
don't
what
get
if
it,
it
I'm out.
happens again?
Then you take 4 more weeks and you come back and win a Super Bowl.
But you think
Like,
Skylar Thompson? I think that's the backup. You think he's getting them very far?
no, not at all.
So I don't know
They're
if
gonna
they're
lose
even
4
gonna
games. How
have.
quick is this bye coming up for them?
I'm not too
That's what they're
sure.
betting on.
Yeah, I'm not too sure on their bye week, but
Yeah, seriously though, he should probably just retire.
yeah. And the Dolphins, they're kind of in shambles right now. No quarterback.
Yeah,
They're
tank for Tua didn't work out in the long run, huh?
yeah. Waddle and Tyreek didn't have a great game. Achan carried that
Yeah.
game,
Dude,
and
who was covering Tyreek? The DB and the safety, whichever side he was lined up on, like either safety, just like I don't know, they played great against him.
I mean, Bills always have a good secondary. And then
Yeah. Is
what
DeMar
was
a safety?
yeah,
Or
he's
is he
the
a
free
corner?
safety, I think. He's the
Okay.
right side free safety. But
Okay.
man, that's classic. DeMar Hamlin knocks out
Oh
Tua.
yeah. Dude,
Uh,
DeMar looked like he kind of just stood there. Like he like barely leaned forward and Tua just like jammed his neck into his chest.
how does he not know how to slide? Is my
He does. He's just like he has 17 concussions by now, bro.
yeah, your decision making's very slowed
Yeah.
down.
His brain probably wants another one. Craves it. The human body craves contact, like Harbaugh said, bro.
Man.
Yeah, it's sad. He should probably get out of there.
Yeah.
Call it a
Um,
career. Enjoy himself.
I agree with you. I totally agree. I think but I also like your take too that maybe he finishes the season, see
Yeah.
where it takes him.
I'm just thinking in like the eyes of him when I say that because like you don't want to just walk away after an injury and just never play. Like, all right, that was it. That was
Yeah,
the
'cause
last.
that's kind of sad.
Yeah, because I can imagine he probably wants to keep playing. I don't know, give him a season. If I'm him, that's probably what I would do. But if you're objective, like you shouldn't do that. Like if you're talking to like a family member, you'd be like, definitely don't fucking do that ever again. You can't play football.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
know
I can see
it's
being the player and wanting to.
coming from us. I mean, you had a great like outlook on it because like me, I'm thinking, man, that guy needs to get out like now because
Yeah.
there's so much room for it to happen again, especially if he comes back in 4 weeks
Yeah.
or they play a
Yeah.
good defense. Like who's got like the Falcons, for instance, their defensive line is crazy. If they have a game against the
Yeah.
Falcons and Judon hits them or
Miles Garrett might fuck around and swing a helmet at him if they play the Browns. Like, dude, you don't know.
yeah, I
Shit
don't think
gets
you.
wild.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. But he's a nice guy. Like
Yeah, I think everybody loves him.
yeah, so I don't think he's gonna get a helmet from Miles Garrett. That was a
Yeah, I know.
one-off.
I'm just fucking around. I know. I know.
Yeah, that was yeah.
Yeah.
Because was it Mason Rudolph that
Yeah, it was
supposedly
Mason
said
Rudolph. They
said
got-
the N word to him or something, and he got
No, I
clobbered
don't
over
think
the
it was
head.
that. I don't think it was that. I think
He did
he,
something
like
to piss him
he
off.
did something. I don't think it was words though. I think he like tried to like sneak him or something, like punch him in the belly or something. I don't know.
I thought he said
It was
something to
something.
him,
It might have been, but it definitely wasn't the N word because he would have got cut and like before the
But-
game was over.
I don't know because if the refs don't hear it, it's just like
If
when
Miles
you-
Garrett just accused him, I promise you he would have been cut. Just his
Yeah.
word against my word, he's getting cut.
That's true. That's very true.
Or at least it would have been a bigger story. It
Yeah.
definitely wasn't that.
because I forget.
Let's
I know how the situation happened, but he definitely did something to piss him off, and
Yeah.
that could be bad.
I thought it was physical, but it might have been. It might have been what you said. It might have
Words.
been words.
Yeah, I mean the D line is always like the thugs of the team. They're the most undisciplined. Just they're the maddest. On the
I
team.
love them though. They're just
Yeah.
mad. They're just angry and mad. And
Yeah,
just-
yeah. No, I do
funny.
enjoy watching the D line play, but then they are like committing the most penalties.
Yeah.
Like, they're getting the most mad. They're hitting the
Off-field
quarterbacks
crimes.
wrong. Like, yeah,
Dude, who got
He-
landed on? Was it Caleb Williams that got crunched on Sunday night?
I didn't
By
get to
some fat
see
boy?
the. I didn't get to see the full game, but after the game, I did see a recap that Caleb Williams was getting beat up by that.
Yeah, it
by
might have
that
been that
D-line.
one. Somebody, I
It
want
probably
to say it was
was.
that one. Yeah.
I didn't get to see the full game. I was working at the time, but man, he got beat up, and
Yeah,
it
he
was-
got pancaked, bro. Legit pancaked. It was bad.
Going back to bets though, yeah, I think I went because I had Commanders money line, so I won
Okay.
one. Jags minus
Okay,
3,
nice.
1-1. Saquon
Okay.
Barkley, the most bet anytime touchdown of the week by the whole sportsbook
By the country.
community, by the country,
Yeah.
doesn't hit. So there's 1 and 2 right there, and then Lamar Jackson over passing yards. I had taken it without knowing the line. I was gonna look up how many yards he had right now because I think it was like 220. I want to say was his
see.
line when it dropped, and then
Which is kind of low, which is outrageously low actually for the Raiders, you would think.
yeah, he had 247. So I think he had gone over it, even if it bumped to like
Oh, okay.
230. So I still hit that. So I went 2 and 2. I
Wait.
hit
Oh
one,
yeah, 247. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I hit one player prop, one money line, and then one player prop,
Okay.
one money line miss or one spread. Brandon had Jaden Daniels over rush yards was hit. Jonathan Taylor did not score anytime touchdown. Bills hit and Commanders hit. So he went 3-1. So that was a good record there. So he's winning
Okay.
there. Nick had Brian Thomas over 43.5 receiving yards. The guy caught, I think, 97 or close to 100. Alan Lazard, anytime touchdown score, did not hit. That guy saw
Yeah.
no action.
Yeah.
Saints, so I talked him out of taking Saints money line because he's like, I got the Saints. And I was like, well, they're playing the Cowboys. Do you want the spread? You get 6.5. Like they can lose by 6.5 points. So
Okay.
he took
Did
that.
he take the spread?
Well, he doesn't sports bet, but I had.
Oh
told
yeah,
him, I was
yeah.
like-
But
I
you
was like,
said
this-
that for this. No. You're trying to get his record better. I was hoping you completely talked him out of it, like off
No,
the
no, no.
spread, off the money line.
No,
It's a
because
different
he had a
game.
lot of faith in the Saints, and I was like, okay, well, just to
Okay.
be safe, do you want them
Yeah,
6.5 in case they lose by 6?
Yeah,
Thinking
'cause he
like, man,
doesn't
the
care.
Cowboy, yeah, he doesn't care. So he took the Saints plus 6.5, and then Bills money line. So Nick as well went 3-1, and I had gone 2-2. So you went 1-1 with the wash.
Okay.
Brandon
I had
3-1.
another one. I had Ramondre with Gano. That hit 60. I got him at 64.5. He got 75.
Oh, rush yards.
Yes.
Dude, the back. I think Antonio Gibson rushed for more yards than Ramondre this weekend.
Really?
I want to say because I was all out on
75 is
Antonio
solid
Gibson.
too.
I was like, oh, Antonio Gibson, like they're gonna give all the work to Ramondre, and I think the guy put up a lot of rush yards. Let me check real quick because
Damn,
could
you
be
think
wrong.
they would have scored
Yeah.
more points?
Dude, he had 11 carries for 96 rush yards versus
Oh my
Ramondre
God.
Stevenson had 21 carries, so he had 10 more carries for 81 rush yards. So I was all
Ramondre
out.
had 75.
Rush yards.
Yeah.
I have him at 81 rush yards.
Oh, I do too. On ESPN, and then the book I have him at 75.
I mean, there's stat corrections, so they might have
Yeah.
corrected his stat. They do the stat corrections on Monday night or like Tuesday morning. So I mean, he might have got
Okay.
stat corrected, but what I'm looking at, he's
Yeah.
got 81 rush yards. But
Yeah,
even
I
if
see
he
that
went
on
back just
ESPN. Yeah.
yeah.
Doesn't matter.
But yeah, I had Antonio Gibson on one of my fantasy teams, and I'm thinking, man, I'm going to drop him. I'll pick up someone who's going to have more output. And the guy rushes 11 carries for 103 yards. And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
never mind. I might keep him. I thought they were going to give all the workload to Ramondre, and they didn't. So,
Yeah. And
That
I
was
think they're
interesting
going
to
to run the
see.
ball a lot on Thursday also. So
yeah, because
We'll see
the,
how
'cause
that
the Jets
goes.
defense is pretty good. And, I mean, Jacoby Brissett.
looked a lot better last year than it does this year. I'll tell you that. I don't know
Yeah.
what changed. I don't know who they lost, but it doesn't look great here so
Yeah.
far.
I mean, Jacoby Brissett still has one of the lowest interception percentages in the entire league. Like I think Aaron Rodgers is still
That's
ahead
good.
of him by a little bit. Like it was like 1.5 to 1.6%, and Jacoby Brissett, man, is still holding up. So I don't know when we'll see Drake May. I want to say hopefully soon.
next year.
Okay,
Dude, look
I
at
like
every
that.
other rookie quarterback. I know Caleb doesn't have a touchdown. Jaden doesn't have a touchdown. Those were the top two picks.
I thought Jaden
Drake May
threw-
was third.
I thought Jaden threw a touchdown last week.
I don't believe he did.
Did he not? Let me see. I'll have
Pull
to
it up.
look it up real quick because I want to say week 1 he had one against the Bucks, but maybe not. It might have been all Brian Robinson because that
I'm-
guy's.
Pretty positive no rookies even have. Well, at least the top 3 rookies. No, he did not have one.
In week 1?
No, he did not.
Damn.
He had 2 rushing TDs.
Wow. Yeah, he's still passing wise still 0-0.
Yeah.
2 goose eggs on the.
And neither of them
stat
look
sheet.
great. Like
Yeah.
Jaden or Caleb. I'm
But
mostly
Jaden
just comparing them
Jaden
to
looks
them
better.
too, but yeah, I
Jaden
agree.
definitely
But I
looks
don't think
better.
I don't think either of them look great.
Yeah, I think Bo Nix still has no passing touchdowns,
Yeah, he doesn't
and
look great.
yeah, he doesn't look good.
I
But
don't
I
expect a
mean,
lot out of him.
like you predicted week 1 of the pod, that you were saying something about like, look at Tom Brady. The guy sat behind
Oh
somebody.
no, no, no. Tom Brady said that.
Well, he said that this week, but you had said something along those lines week 1 where
Yeah,
you're like,
about
these rookies.
Mahomes.
Oh yes, that's who it was. So you were like,
Yeah,
Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith for all these years, and look at him
yeah,
now. Like he's good. He still has one of the highest interception percentages, but he's still a good quarterback.
yeah. He's the best.
And
He's the best in the league.
he's the best in the league right now. But like these rookies need a vet on their team to sit in front of them. So maybe Bryce Young, it lets him develop. Maybe the Panthers, because the Panthers weren't going to sit him until I think Tom Brady had said something about like, oh, these guys need to sit and develop, and then they're like, all right, Andy Dalton starting this week, and it was just out of the blue. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's very smart to do, especially with those
It's
guys.
already too late, bro. It's too late for Bryce Young. At least on the Panthers, it's over. They ruined
You
him,
think
man.
so?
He has no. They destroyed any sort of like mental fortitude he ever built up in his, I don't know, 23, however old he is, years of being alive. His
Yeah.
mental resilience and all that just out the window on for playing with the Panthers for 1 season and 2 weeks.
Man,
Like they ruined him, man.
that's sad.
And
to
then they
see.
benched him. And then they benched him. Like that's almost worse.
Yeah. And
Sit
the
him from the
Panthers-
start, dude. Like I
Pan-
understand he's a #1 pick, but
Panthers haven't won a game in 200. I think I saw like 240 something days. It could be more. It could be like 260, but they're getting up
Yeah.
to not winning a game in about a year. I think their last win was against the Giants last year. I think they won 9-3 on it was a field goal game. I think Giants had kicked 1 field goal and Panthers had 3 field goals, and it was the most boring game of the year last year. So
yeah. It didn't surprise me.
Panthers. Do you think they get a win at all this season?
Yeah, because it's the NFL. Aren't they playing some shitty team this week?
Panthers
can't
are playing
see
the Raiders
them.
this week, and I think the
Okay.
Raiders win that game.
Yeah, I do
To be
too,
honest,
but I'm gonna say that every week for everybody they play. I'm gonna say I think they win that game, but Commanders
Yeah.
lost or Commanders beat the Eagles that year that the Eagles went to the Super Bowl when they're undefeated.
yeah.
And the Commanders sucked that year.
But division
still do
rivals
play.
are always tough games, and I was telling Nick last
and that
week. this-
division is dog. That Panthers
Yeah.
division is so bad that they could maybe sneak out a win on one of those teams.
I don't think
Maybe
they're
not the
beating
Saints.
the Bucks,
Maybe not the Bucks. Yeah.
the,
all right.
the Falcons.
All right, let's not get crazy. Falcons look good after one
That's-
game against a bad Eagles team.
That's a good.
Falcons
That's a
are
good
still
division
trash.
now. I think the
No,
worst
it's not.
division.
I think the Saints are frauds too. I don't think.
I mean, we're gonna have to see more out of them, but I don't know. Nick had said that Giants go 2-15, and he's like, "Oh, they might even go
Giants?
0-17."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I was like,
Oh,
I'd like to give
yeah,
them more credit than what you're saying because, like you said, it's the NFL, and nowadays it just gets weird. Like we saw these upsets last week. There's gonna be a couple upsets where you pick the wrong team and you're on the wrong side of it. That team wins, and
Yeah.
I think the Giants are due at least 3 to 4 games.
Yeah.
I don't think Daniel Jones is as bad as everyone's talking about. So
In what
we'll see.
world does all those upsets happen against like the best teams in week 2, and the Panthers can't find one win in
Yeah.
18 weeks, in 17 games?
17, yeah, 17 games.
17 games, but they got 18 weeks. Like I'm counting the bye week as a rally the troops, get the boys
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, I don't know who
do
they're playing.
something.
Like not looking at their schedule, I think they're at least due 1 game. Like they can't go 0-17. I mean,
Yeah,
we've
just
seen it
seems
before.
so unlikely.
but
Well, we've never seen 17. Only seen
That's
16.
true. That's true. And it could be that game against the Giants when they go over to is it Germany or London when they play that game? Germany.
Okay, I didn't know that. Those games
Yeah.
always suck.
Everyone was joking about the Giants and the Panthers playing in Germany, saying that we're getting Germany back for World War II by sending those two teams over there to play. And I was like, okay, I like
Yeah.
that take. I
I'm
like
glad. I'm glad those are the teams because the games are at like 6 a.m. So
that. Yeah,
I missed the Patriots games. They did the last 2 years or just
Yeah,
last
they-
year.
Yeah,
I
they've
want
been
to say the
doing
last
these
2
games
years.
out of the country.
No, but
They
the
have,
Patriots had to do it the last 2 years, I thought, in Germany.
yeah. Yeah, they played the
Jags last year for sure.
Yep,
Or maybe
and
they
then
did it twice last year. Some shit like
no,
that.
the Jags had back-to-back weeks. The Jags had
Oh,
played
okay,
back-to-back
okay,
weeks
okay.
in London. I think I forget who they played first, but the second game was against the Patriots. And
Okay.
by that
Okay.
point, Mac Jones was
Yeah.
he was not
Yeah, I'm
showing
not
up.
getting up at 6. If it was Tom Brady, I get up to watch that game, but I'm not getting up at
Yeah,
6 a.m. on a Sunday to watch Mac.
yeah. I'll look at the
Unfortunately.
maybe some replays, or I'll check the score, check
Yeah,
the
literally.
stats of that
Literally, I just wake up, check the
Panthers
score, and go,
Giants.
huh, lost by 30 again.
Yeah,
Cool.
no, exactly. I guess we
On
could
Red
talk
Zone.
about bets.
Yeah,
Start
let's do
wrapping
our
it up
bets
if you
and get
want,
out of here.
because yeah, we're at like 55 minutes right now. So,
Okay.
who do you like this week as far as like your money line plays? Do you
Okay.
have an idea of like who you like?
My
Or You gotta
favorite.
look real quick.
No, I was looking this morning. My two favorites are, I think I said Bills earlier. Bills minus 5.5 on Monday, the doubleheader.
Okay,
I like
versus
Card.
Jacksonville,
Yes, I like Cardinals money line better versus Lions. I
dude.
think it's plus 130. I think they're being disrespected by having it plus 130. I don't think the line's crazy, but even plus 130 seems a little wild to me. It should be even.
Yeah, I was
So,
crafting up a parlay this morning because I was just so upset of the amount of money
yeah,
that I paid out to the bookie and the amount of money I lost this weekend. I was like,
yeah.
I was trying to craft a parlay up, and I did have I didn't place it because I was like, dude, I can't get overexcited for this. I need to
Yeah, you
go back
shouldn't.
to my ways. I need to, because I had a lot of parlays that just got busted from upsets. So I was like, I need to go. Like, the way I make money is straight bets, and that's how
I
you
was
make
gonna
money.
say I'd
Sports
never
betting.
do parlays, but you sent me that one. You're like, this one's a lock on Sunday or on Saturday night, and I was like, all right,
The
fuck it,
Jets,
I'll
the
ride it.
Jets, Ravens, Niners. Yeah,
Yes, and dude, I was thinking of taking the Jets off because I was like, they're the only team that's not gonna lose. I was gonna be like, I might throw 100 on this and just
yeah,
take Ravens, Niners, but I was like, no, I'll just I'll keep the Jets in there and lower the amount with an extra
yeah.
leg,
I'm
and then the
done,
fucking Jets win, man.
dude. I'm done putting
I'm
in
never
more
doing a
than
parlay
two
again.
teams. More than two teams. So I'll
Nah,
parlay, and
fuck that.
I make money during the week on like baseball or football, UFC. If you do like two legs and they're like pretty good
Yeah.
lines, you can make some money. But man, when I start putting like three, four, fives
Yeah.
together, they're not hitting, man.
I would need it. I would need it to be two different sports too. Like football's so unpredictable. Like I'm not doing two football games ever
Yeah.
again.
Maybe when we see hockey season start back up, it'll be a
Yeah,
good like
I'll throw in. I'll mix in a hockey game and like a crazy favorite or maybe like a
yeah,
scrappy underdog I like in football. But
yeah.
yeah,
I'm all out.
fuck
Like
that.
baseball is super unpredictable. Like the
Yeah,
times I bet baseball,
not
that's really
doing
it.
that.
Every professional sport right now has been so unpredictable. These last like this year and last year have been so weird. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
I mean they always are, but
I'd almost like to say they're scripted at this point, but they're obviously not.
maybe just
Like
the
this.
Chiefs games.
Yeah, I think just that one for
The Aisha Curry,
showbiz.
the Aisha Curry tweet. This is rigged for money or views. I don't know which one yet.
As far as bets go, though, I'm gonna have to ride with a favorite right now. I can't ever bet against Mahomes again. They're playing the Falcons.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the
Red.
Chiefs on the spread. Yeah, I would do Chiefs minus 3.5 against the yeah against
That's
the
lower than I
Falcons.
would expect. 3.5, huh?
That's what I'm saying. So we might see a bump later in the week, but I mean the way betting works and how they create these lines is it's an automatic 3-point favorite for being at home, or you get an automatic -3 for at home, and then they take
Okay.
the skill level of the team. So the Falcons might be overcorrected, or like they might be getting too many points because
It
because
should
that's
be
like
like
a
6.
yeah, but
I'm
it's a
thinking.
six. Yeah, but it's a 6.5 shift. Obviously, Falcons at home get -3, and we're seeing it at towards the Chiefs -3.5. So it's like a 6.5 difference. And I think it's an overcorrection seeing what they did on Monday. But like we said, the Eagles aren't great. Chiefs are a much better team. They're looking to three-peat. They're trying to shut down the haters, and I like that bet a lot.
Yeah,
And
I
then
wouldn't be surprised if they do.
I'm definitely staying away from the Cowboys. It was going to be like a because they're playing the Ravens, and I was
Smart.
like, dude,
Smart.
the cow. But I'm off the Cowboys the
Oh
rest of
yeah,
the season.
I would just stay away from that game in general.
Yeah, but I almost like it just because the spread or the line is really good. I like the money line odds. Um,
I have them at even right now. Cowboys,
who's a dog that's winning this week?
Cardinals.
I really do like the Cardinals, but I'm gonna kind of. Oh, it's only 3. I like the 3 points there. Man, this is
Oh,
tough.
Miami Seahawks.
Miami but
And
the
Miami
Seahawks,
is
man,
Miami's
Seahawks
plus
played.
175 dog.
But man, the Seahawks played. We saw them play the Patriots, who were supposed to be not that great, but they're doing really well right now. And that was arguably a harder game. It was close, went to overtime, and then they played the Broncos week 1. So I almost want to stay away from that game because I don't know how the Seahawks look. Obviously, the Dolphins have a good team, but how's Skylar Thompson going to play?
Yeah, I just think
And
that personnel's too good.
yeah,
Running backs, wide receivers, like offense wise. Jalen played like trash on Thursday.
Miami's plus 4.5. Wow, but they can't be worse than the Patriots, right? Like
Who?
the
Miami? That's
Miami,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so you like the Miami?
That's why I like them
line.
money line.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm riding with that. Um,
All right, that's
I
your
like.
bet, not mine.
Yeah,
Unless it hits, then it's ours.
it's really hard to decide because I do really like the Cardinals. I'm with you on them. I'll definitely sprinkle a little bit this weekend
Yeah,
because Lions don't look
betting on
great.
them. Yeah.
The 49ers, you have to take the spread because the odds are crazy. So it's like minus 7.5, and I almost give that to the Niners. Divisional matchup, but the Rams keep it close against the Niners as we've seen in the past, and I
And
don't
Niners
know.
are coming off a bad game.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if I could take them 7.5. The Bengals are minus 9 for plus money right now to the Commanders on Monday night, and I don't know,
That's
man.
crazy. I have them on ESPN minus 7.5.
Minus 7.5.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
well,
these are all pretty live too.
yeah. This is my book, so I mean,
Oh,
they're
okay.
sometimes they're different from
Yeah,
ESPN
yeah.
Bet and like MGM and all those other ones.
Okay.
I like. Man, this is really tough to kind of pick because I need to flip my record, man. I've been 2-2 this week, 2-2 last week. I need to
Yeah,
make
it's
some
not that
money this
bad.
week. I'm gonna go. I'm taking Saints minus 2.5
Okay.
against the Eagles team. I'll lock that
Hey, I
in now.
think that's
'Cause-
insane.
Why? Do you think the Linsanity run from Carr's over? It's not. It's not. Trust me.
That's honestly true. He is on a Linsanity trajectory right now. So what does
I'm gonna
that give him?
go.
2 more games? Is that equivalent
Yeah.
to how long Jeremy Lin was good?
Yeah, I think he's got a couple more in him.
He's probably got
as
like
much as
3 more weeks in him, and then he's done.
Yeah, we'll see some regression possibly, but man, every time I'm like, man, I'm out on I was out on Derek Carr's start of the season.
Yeah.
Had a great game, but versus the Panthers, and then I'm like,
back.
yeah, then I'm like, you know what, I'm going with the Cowboys. They're gonna win, and man, was I wrong? I owe Derek Carr an apology if I ever see him in Bakersfield. But yeah, I'll take the Saints, and then I have a crazy player prop to take.
Oh yeah, I didn't give mine. What's yours?
My first one. I'll give you my first one because I don't have the second one quite
Give me the
yet.
crazy
I'm still kind
one.
of thinking
Or
the
is this the
anytime
crazy
touchdown
one?
scorer. This is the crazy one. Anytime touchdown scorer. Alvin Kamara 2 touchdowns
Whoa.
because his one touchdown
Whoa.
might be like minus 150 or something.
You're really about to be 1-3 next Tuesday. When you come on the podcast, you're gonna say your record. It's gonna hurt, bro.
Man, I don't
2
know.
is wild, bro.
But that's gonna be for plus money right there, and I think Alvin
Yeah.
Kamara can get it done. He looked amazing versus that Cowboys.
Did he have 3? 3 or 4?
He had 3. He had 3, and he could have gotten a fourth one, but Derek Carr ran it in.
Okay.
So I like Alvin Kamara to get 2 touchdowns.
I got Brees for 1 on Thursday.
Brees Hall.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your anytime.
Yeah.
Okay, and then do you have a receiving, rushing, or pass
No.
yards play?
I also took Ramondre for a touchdown. That was
Okay.
kind of just fucking around. Like, I don't know if he's actually gonna go, and I don't have any real confidence in that. I kind of just want him to, so put some money
This
on it
one,
for luck.
yeah. I don't think the line's out yet, but I almost want to take Jamar Chase receiving yards. As much as he doesn't look great, but he's playing the Commanders.
Commanders
This might
defense.
this might be the game for him to show out and be like, oh, I need that. Like he's bring him back to his cockiness and be like, I need this contract,
Yeah.
whatever.
I think Jamar's good, and I think he's gonna show it, but I think
Yeah.
Joe's good too, but they start slow, and they did this last year too, so I think we'll see.
Okay. I'm gonna stick with Jamar. I don't know what the line is yet. We'll see it later this week, but I'll take Jamar receiving yards as far as a player prop for you guys. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you want to take a shot in the dark? I know the lines aren't out yet,
No.
but
Just give me Ramondre on there too. Why not?
two touchdown scores.
Yeah, one Ramondre, one Brees.
Okay.
I don't want to go through. There's so many, and it would take me a while to.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't just pick one on the spot.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at the games and thinking of guys who'd be like, okay, this guy's getting this guy's getting that. But obviously, the lines aren't out yet. We'll see more of the lines come. I think we'll have all the lines come either Thursday or Friday. I know Thursdays, it's mostly just Thursday night games that you'll get lines for, but like by Friday, we should have all the lines set up. So,
Yeah, like I might
100.
put some bets in now.
oh, I'm
So
definitely
the
gonna
odds
lock.
don't change too crazy.
Yeah, you definitely have to get the spreads and the money lines now if you're gonna rock with those.
Yeah,
But
yeah, like
because
the
we'll
Chargers
see
an hour
shifts.
ago were plus money, and now on ESPN they're even if you take the money
Let's see.
line.
I have Chargers at +1, -1, and they're at even money right now versus Steelers. The Steelers are slight favorites, but
Okay.
yeah, lock in those bets
Oh, yeah.
now. I'll be posting all of our bets. I'll get Brandon's and Nick's. We'll get them rallied together and get their props and bets. I would almost want to tail Brandon and Nick coming off of last week, both going 3-1. So when I get those
Yeah.
bets, check out the Instagram NMI Sport Report, and you'll be able to find out what they took. But for now, I think we sign off, and we'll see how this week goes, man. It's flying by. Weird football. I don't know what to expect coming
Yeah, a
up.
lot of upsets. Hopefully that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, I know. I need to make some coin back. I'm down a
For
lot
the
of
Cardinals.
coin. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Well, thanks
I'll
for
talk to you next
showing
week.
up today. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be back on Tuesday. Hopefully, we got. I think Brandon's gone for sure. We might have Nick, and then if not, I'm gonna rally some guys together and try to get some more people on here, and we'll see their takes and what they think. With some other fans from other teams, we might get a Chargers fan potentially, maybe a Dolphins fan. I'm just thinking of some guys right now that might be able to come on. And if you got somebody, invite them on.
Yeah.
If you guys want to comment and we'll take some people. If you guys want to come talk football, just let us know on social media or on the podcast on YouTube, and we'll talk some football. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today. I know it's a little bit of a slower episode, a lot more talking about bets for sure, and less takes. I think Nick's got all the crazy takes right now, so we'll get him on hopefully next week and hear some outlandish shit. So thank you guys, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
All right, cool.